Hi, I'm Cori Murray.
My name is Trey Bryant, and I am Black and
Unlimited.
Unlimited. And this is Walmart's We Are Storytellers.
Okay. So let's get into this interview. So what, Trey, drew you to content creation?
We always use like inspiration, like whether it was YouTube or Instagram at the time, to put together looks for for our photo shoots and for our shows. And so when I started looking, I realized it was so hard to find like people who were Black. Everybody was like other cultures, either white, Spanish, or Asian, but I didn't see anybody, that we needed to kind of, because you have to, especially when you're making content for men, we're very visual. We need something to identify with. And so when I started to think about what the idea was. I was like, in school, no guys are talking about like dating, what to wear, like you just kind of figuring out the stuff on the fly, or your homeboys telling you about it.
So what you do as a Black content creator is your work, is your life now. But when did you make that decision that you wanted to work for yourself? I'm cutting my corporate ties. I'm going to be Trey Bryant, Inc.
Yeah, it was a tough decision because I had went through this is my first time being an entrepreneur. I worked for a really big company, which was my second job out of college, and that was where I was like kind of like my first breaking point, where I was like, well, I want to learn more about like menswear, so I want to do this full time and run my business, and then I want to work part-time like for somebody who was a custom clothier. And so it wasn't much money in that, but I wanted to learn the tricks in the trade. So I did that, ended up getting into huge debt doing it. Crashed so bad. So the next job that I got after that, after working some different odd jobs, I was really I was just like, I'm gonna be with this job for a while, because I was so scared to go back to that place of being just like, hard to even scramble money up to eat, or even to pay the rent. So when I had that job, I was like, I'm gonna be here for like 5 years, off top. But as time goes on, you realize how much that passion burns to really do what you want to do, and
You couldn't deny it.
yeah, and then getting home, obviously like working 8 to 9 hours, then getting home. And then at that point, I was recently married. And so I'm trying to balance being a newlywed. And at the same time, I'm trying to balance working 8 hours, then getting off to go still make videos at night. I'm still working with brands at the same time. And it was all just crashing down. Like at the same time, it was like so much stress to do. So I think after just praying about it for a little while, obviously like talking to my wife about it, talking to my family about it, it was just like, it just made the most sense just to be a full-time content creator.
How immediate did it feel freeing, or did it take some time?
It was so crazy. I think because I worked in the retail space for so long, the first Saturday that I had that I didn't have to actually work, it was like, what? Like this is crazy. And even more so, I took a trip with a brand up to a city for the brand. And I think while I was there and realizing like, this is my job now.
Now, Trey, you are extremely successful as a content creator. Like, what are some of those obstacles that you're facing now as a content creator? Do you feel that you have to always be on? Are you able to enjoy the moment?
It's really hard to. I think that you're like always thinking about like, if I'm doing something that's lit, like I know some people want to see this. I may need to vlog, or maybe I need to put this into my content. And constantly, it's hard to enjoy the moment because of that. And if you don't have like a whole team behind it, it's very difficult.
And who is your team?
My team? That helps me? I would say definitely my wife. My wife is a big person on the team. Like whenever like I'm like creating looks in the house, I'll walk out and be like, you like this? And she'll be like, no, yes, So that she's really big on that. My sister has really helped me from the jump. Before I got a camera or had enough money to be able to shoot with people, my sister we'd take my phone, we would go to different parts in the city, and she would take pictures and do videos of me that I needed her to get of me, and I would just chop them up, edit it the way it was supposed to be, and she would let me know like, oh, I like this, or it's a no, it's a yes. A lot of times, even before I post some of my photos, I send them to my mom, my sister, and my wife, and I say, do y'all like that? Which ones you like the most? Whichever ones they like the most, that's what I choose to post.
Thank you so much, Trey. And this is We Are Storytellers.